Okay, let's talk about something huge. Choosing a vocational school isn't just a small decision, right? It's a massive investment in yourself and your entire future. So the big question is, how can you be absolutely sure you're picking a winner?
So, picture this. You're ready to go. You've got a couple of local beauty schools in mind. What's your first move? What's that gut instinct that tells you where to look to get the real scoop?
I bet you head straight for the online reviews, don't you? Of course you do. Just makes sense. You want to see what other people are saying, what their experience was like.
But what if I told you that relying on those reviews could be one of the biggest and honestly most expensive mistakes you can make? Yeah, turns out there's a much smarter way to find the real signs of a great school.
All right, let's get right into it. The whole problem really starts with this one fundamental misunderstanding. You've got to know the difference between an actual educational institution and a retail salon business. Because trust me, they are not the same thing at all.
And this lays it all out. These are two completely different worlds. A retail business, like your local salon, it lives and dies by customer satisfaction, star ratings, online reviews, that sort of thing. But a real regulated school, it's held to a way higher federally mandated standard. Its success is measured by cold, hard data. How many students actually graduate? How many pass their licensing exams? And the big one, how much money do its graduates actually earn?
Now, this difference in how success is measured, it all comes from two totally competing ideas about what education is for. And it is absolutely critical that you understand which model a school is following before you even think about enrolling. This table really shows you the divide. So on the left, you've got the clinic revenue model. Its main goal? To make money from the salon services that students are performing. You can see why this is attractive to for-profit schools. It's a constant stream of cash. But on the right, you have the education first model. Here, the goal is totally different. It's all about high graduation and licensure rates. And look at the difference in how students practice. Paid services on the public versus volunteer-based learning. It's a completely different philosophy.
And that clinic revenue model, it has come under some serious fire. This quote from some of the research on this really says it all. It's been called a transfer of wealth. What does that mean? Well, essentially, the tuition and the federal student loans, paid for by students and taxpayers, can end up funding a system where the student's own unpaid labor becomes the main way the school makes a profit.
And the data? Well, the data shows the hidden costs for students who get caught in this model. On average, fewer than 1 in 3 students in these programs actually graduate on time. The costs are high, and students are often left with a pretty significant amount of debt that's way more than any immediate pay raise they might get.
But, and this is a big but, here's the good news. The game is changing. There are new federal regulations that are forcing a massive shift, and they're demanding that schools focus on what actually matters, the success of their students after they graduate.
And that shift is having a huge impact. 32%. Think about that. That's how many for-profit cosmetology programs either failed or landed in a warning zone under these new federal rules. That's a pretty clear signal that the old way of doing business just isn't going to fly anymore.
So the regulation that's driving all this change is called the Gainful Employment Rule. It's actually pretty simple. If a school takes federal student aid money, it has to prove with data that its graduates can earn enough money to actually pay back their loans. It's a basic test of whether the education is even worth the cost.
So how does the government measure this? Well, with two pretty straightforward tests. First, they check if a graduate's loan payments are just a small, manageable chunk of their income. And second, they check to see if graduates are earning more than someone who only has a high school diploma in that same state. It's all about proving a real, tangible return on your investment.
Okay, so these new rules are holding schools accountable. That's great. But how can you spot the schools that are actually meeting these standards before you even apply? Where are the real signals of quality hidden?
Now this is the crucial part. You have to learn to tell the difference between the wrong signals, like Yelp, and the right ones, like Facebook and Google. Yelp is basically a complaint platform for customer experiences, but Facebook and Google? They can be a public archive of student achievement, what we call digital proof of work.
And you can see right here why Yelp is just the wrong tool for this job. I mean, look at this breakdown of its reviews. It's dominated by restaurants, retail, home services. The entire platform is built to evaluate a one-time transaction, not a long-term, life-changing educational commitment.
Because for an accredited school, this is the reality. Its very survival, its ability to even exist, depends on proving that its graduates get a real economic leg up. A one-star review about a bad haircut?
that's totally irrelevant. But a whole class of graduates who can't pass that gainful employment test, that could actually threaten the school's existence.
And this is exactly why a school's Facebook page can be such a powerful signal. Think about it. It's like a public, time-stamped archive of their graduations. A good school will show consistency. You'll see posts every week or every month with new graduates, not just a couple of random posts from a year ago. That consistent record is proof that the school is actually producing successful graduates, time and time again.
And this is what a serious institution looks like online. Their digital presence signals a focus on education, on research, on moving the whole field forward, not just advertising this week's 2-for-1 special. It screams professionalism and academic seriousness.
All right, let's wrap all this up into a clear, actionable plan that you can actually use. This is all about putting the power back into your hands so you can make the absolute best choice for your career.
So here it is, your 3-step checklist for checking out any vocational school. Number 1, find that graduation archive. Go to their Facebook page and scroll. Are you seeing frequent, consistent, time-stamped graduation photos? Number 2, verify their professionalism on Google. Is their business profile complete and professional, or is it just a messy list of retail reviews? And number 3, ask about the outcomes directly. Just call them up and ask, what is your on-time graduation rate, and what's your state licensure pass rate? A good school will be proud to tell you.
In the end, it really all comes down to this one simple but powerful question. As you look at a school's website, their social media, their whole vibe, ask yourself this. Is this place fundamentally designed to sell a service to the public, or is it truly dedicated to building my future?